Chapter 1: The First Letter. Emily Thompson sat on her bed, staring at the blank pages of her diary. It had been a rough year for her, moving to a new town, starting a new school, and trying to make new friends. Her parents had assured her that things would get better with time, but Emily felt more alone than ever. As she sighed and closed her diary, her mother called from downstairs. "Emily, there's a letter for you." Emily was puzzled. She hadn't given her new address to any of her old friends yet. She walked downstairs and found her mother holding an envelope. The paper was thick and old-fashioned, with her name written in elegant cursive. "Who's it from?" her mother asked, handing it to her. "I have no idea," Emily replied, feeling a mix of curiosity and excitement. She took the letter back to her room and carefully opened it. Inside was a single sheet of parchment with a handwritten note. "Dear Emily, I hope this letter finds you well. I know you must be feeling lonely in your new home, but I want you to know that you are not alone. I am your pen pal, and I will be here to share stories, secrets, and adventures with you. Write back to me and tell me about your life. I look forward to hearing from you. Your friend, the Phantom Pen Pal." Emily's heart raced. She had never had a pen pal before, let alone one who seemed to know exactly how she was feeling. She grabbed a pen and paper, eager to write back. Chapter 2: The Mystery Deepens. Over the next few weeks, Emily and her phantom pen pal exchanged letters regularly. The letters were always delivered in the same old-fashioned envelopes, and they always arrived in the evening, as if by magic. Emily's pen pal, who she had started calling Phantom, seemed to know a lot about her life and the things she enjoyed. Phantom's letters were filled with fascinating stories about far-off places and thrilling adventures. Emily found herself looking forward to each new letter, eager to read more about her mysterious friend's exploits. But as much as she enjoyed the stories, she couldn't help but wonder who Phantom really was and how they knew so much about her. One evening, as she was writing her latest reply, Emily decided to ask Phantom a few questions about themselves. She wanted to know where they lived, how they had found her, and why they had chosen to write to her. She sealed the letter and placed it on her windowsill, where the previous letters had mysteriously disappeared. The next morning, the letter was gone, replaced by a new one from Phantom. Emily eagerly opened it, hoping for answers to her questions. "Dear Emily, I understand your curiosity, and I wish I could answer all of your questions. But for now, please trust that I am your friend and that I want to help you. There are some things that must remain a mystery for now, but I promise that all will be revealed in time. In the meantime, I have a new adventure to share with you. Have you ever heard of the old library in town? There is a hidden room filled with ancient books and forgotten secrets. I think you would love it there. Why not visit and see what you can discover? Your friend, the Phantom Pen Pal. Chapter 3: The Old Library. Emily was both intrigued and frustrated by Phantom's response. She wanted to know more about her mysterious friend, but she couldn't deny the excitement she felt at the prospect of a new adventure. That afternoon, she decided to visit the old library. The library was a grand, old building with towering shelves and a musty smell that spoke of countless forgotten stories. Emily had visited it a few times since moving to town, but she had never explored it in depth. She wandered through the aisles, searching for any sign of a hidden room. As she reached the back of the library, she noticed a section of shelves that looked slightly different from the others. The books were older and more worn, and there was a small, almost invisible door at the end of the aisle. Emily's heart pounded with excitement as she pushed the door open and stepped inside. The hidden room was filled with ancient books and manuscripts, their covers faded and their pages yellowed with age. Dust motes danced in the air as she walked through the room, marveling at the treasures it held. In the center of the room, she found a large, ornate desk with a single book lying open on it. Emily approached the desk and looked at the book. It was a journal, filled with handwritten notes and sketches. The entries were dated from over 100 years ago and told the story of a young girl named Isabella who had discovered the hidden room and spent countless hours exploring its secrets. As she read, Emily felt a strange sense of connection to Isabella. It was as if their lives were intertwined, separated by time but united by their love of adventure and discovery. She spent the rest of the afternoon reading the journal, losing herself in Isabella's world. Chapter 4: Uncovering the Past. Emily returned to the library every day, eager to read more of Isabella's journal. The entries detailed Isabella's adventures in the hidden room and her quest to uncover the secrets of the ancient books. Emily felt a growing sense of kinship with Isabella and began to wonder if Phantom had known about the journal and had guided her to it on purpose. One day, as she was reading, Emily noticed a loose page tucked between the journal's last entries. The page was a letter addressed to Isabella from someone named Alexander, who wrote about a hidden treasure buried somewhere in the town. The letter included a map with cryptic directions and clues. Emily's heart raced as she realized she had stumbled upon a real-life treasure hunt. She decided to follow the map and see where it led. She took a photograph of the map with her phone and set off on her new adventure. The map led her through the town, following a series of landmarks and clues that took her to places she had never noticed before. She ended up at an old, abandoned house on the outskirts of town. The house was dilapidated and overgrown with ivy, but Emily felt a strange sense of familiarity as she approached it. Chapter 5: The Secret of the House. Emily carefully made her way inside the old house, her flashlight casting eerie shadows on the walls. The interior was dusty and filled with cobwebs, but she could see remnants of its former grandeur. She followed the map's clues, which led her to a hidden trapdoor in the floor. She hesitated for a moment, her heart pounding in her chest, but her curiosity won out. She opened the trapdoor and climbed down into a dark, narrow tunnel. The air grew colder as she descended, and she could hear the faint sound of water dripping somewhere in the distance. The tunnel led to a small underground chamber, where she found an old wooden chest. Her hands trembled with excitement as she opened it, revealing a collection of ancient artifacts and a stack of letters. The letters were addressed to Isabella from Alexander, detailing their adventures and the secrets they had uncovered together. Emily spent hours reading the letters, learning about Isabella and Alexander's friendship and their shared love of discovery. She felt a deep connection to them and realized that their story had become a part of her own. As she read the final letter, she found a note from Alexander that mentioned a final clue hidden in the library's hidden room. Chapter 6: The Final Clue. Emily returned to the library the next day, eager to uncover the final clue. She searched the hidden room thoroughly, examining every book and manuscript for any sign of Alexander's message. Finally, she found a small, hidden compartment in the desk, containing a single envelope. Inside the envelope was a letter from Alexander, addressed to whoever found it. The letter explained that the true treasure was not the artifacts or the letters, but the knowledge and wisdom contained within the library's ancient books. Alexander had dedicated his life to preserving this knowledge and hoped that whoever found the letter would continue his work. Emily felt a sense of awe and responsibility as she read Alexander's words. She realized that her journey had been about more than just uncovering a hidden treasure. It had been about discovering the power of knowledge and the importance of preserving history. She decided to share her findings with the town, organizing a special exhibition at the library to showcase the artifacts and letters. The exhibition was a huge success, and the townspeople were fascinated by the stories of Isabella and Alexander. Chapter 7: The Phantom Revealed. As the exhibition came to a close, Emily received one final letter from Phantom. She opened it with trembling hands, eager to learn the identity of her mysterious pen pal. Dear Emily, I hope you have enjoyed our adventures together and have found the answers you were seeking. I have watched over you from afar, guiding you on your journey and sharing in your discoveries. But now it is time for me to reveal the truth. My name is Alexander, and I am the one who left the letters for Isabella all those years ago. I have lived many lifetimes, preserving the knowledge and secrets of the past. When I sensed your arrival in town, I knew you were the one to continue my work. You have proven yourself to be brave, curious, and compassionate. I am proud of you, Emily, and I trust that you will carry on the legacy of Isabella and myself. Remember, the true treasure is the knowledge you uncover and the stories you share. Your friend, Alexander, the phantom pen pal. Emily's eyes filled with tears as she read the letter. She felt a profound sense of gratitude for Alexander and the journey they had shared. She knew that she had been chosen for a special purpose and was determined to honor his legacy. Chapter 8: A New Beginning. With Alexander's guidance and the support of her new friends, Emily continued to explore the hidden secrets of the library and the town. She dedicated herself to preserving the knowledge and history she had uncovered, sharing it with others and inspiring them to embark on their own adventures. The library became a hub of activity, filled with people eager to learn and discover. Emily's exhibition grew into a permanent collection, attracting visitors from near and far. She felt a deep sense of fulfillment and purpose, knowing that she was making a difference. As she stood in the library one evening, looking at the treasures she had uncovered, Emily felt a sense of peace. She knew that she was not alone, that she was part of a larger story that spanned generations. And as she continued her journey, she carried with her the wisdom and guidance of her phantom pen pal, Alexander. The town of Whispering Pines would never be the same, and neither would Emily. She had found her place, her purpose, and her true treasure. And as she looked to the future, she knew that the adventures were just beginning.